Have you ever wondered how YouTube knows exactly what video you'll like next? Or why TikTok seems to read your mind, pulling you into an endless rabbit hole of videos you can't stop watching? It's no accident, and it's not magic. It's the recommendation algorithm, a system of invisible threads connecting every click, every like, and every second you spend watching to a vast hidden machine brain in the digital clouds. A system designed to do one thing exceptionally well: keep you engaged for as long as possible, no matter the cost. But what happens when a system optimizes for engagement so perfectly that it starts to shape not just your feed, but your entire worldview? What happens when it creates filter bubbles that wall you off from different ideas and pushes you down rabbit holes of increasingly extreme content? Today, GENSHIFT is exposing the truth behind these seemingly harmless algorithms. We're going to crack open the black box to see how they work, and more importantly, how you can reclaim control of your digital life. Hit that subscribe button now so you don't miss out on any insights that help you master the tech world. One, the engagement machine. How algorithms work. To understand how these algorithms control your life, you first have to understand what they truly want. And it's not to help you find the perfect movie or your new favorite song. Their prime directive, the goal that overrides everything else, is to maximize your engagement. For platforms like YouTube and TikTok, engagement translates to more watch time, which in turn leads to more ad views and increased revenue. For subscription services like Netflix and Spotify, it means keeping you so hooked that you never dream of canceling. They achieve this by becoming the world's most efficient data harvesters. Every action you take is a signal. They track both your explicit feedback, which is the things you do intentionally, such as liking a video, leaving a comment, or giving a movie a thumbs up, and your implicit feedback, which are the subtle behaviors you might not even notice. This includes how long you watch a video, what you skip, the time of day you're watching, and even the device you're using. TikTok's algorithm is particularly notorious for its depth of data collection. It not only tracks your likes and shares, but also has a rumored point system, where a rewatch or a video completion is worth far more than a simple like. This system reveals a deeper truth. Our complex human emotions are being quantified, reduced to a score that the algorithm is programmed to maximize. It's not trying to understand you as a person, it's trying to optimize you as a data-producing asset. Once this data is collected, the algorithm uses two primary methods to predict what you'll watch next. The first is content-based filtering. This is the most straightforward approach. If you watch a lot of videos about vintage cars, it will recommend more videos about vintage cars. It analyzes the content's DNA, its genre, tags, and keywords to find direct matches. Spotify takes this to an incredible level, analyzing the raw audio of a song to measure its danceability, energy, and even its emotional valence to find sonically similar tracks. But the second method, collaborative filtering, is where things get much more complex and influential. This method works by grouping you with thousands of other similar users. It operates on a simple principle. If you and another person have both liked the same 10 videos, and that other person goes on to like an 11th, the algorithm predicts you'll probably like it too. It's essentially automating word of mouth, as one YouTube expert put it. But this raises a critical question. Who are these similar users? You never see them. You don't know their biases or what makes them similar to you in the algorithm's eyes. Your recommendations are being shaped by the invisible tastes of a digital tribe you've been unknowingly assigned to. Think of the algorithm not as a helpful librarian, but as a digital butler whose only job is to keep the party going. This butler doesn't care if the conversations are meaningful or if you're learning anything new. It only cares that you don't leave. And to keep you here, it will serve you whatever it thinks will get the strongest, most immediate reaction, steering you in directions you might never have chosen on your own. Two sides of the algorithm: filter bubbles and rabbit holes. This relentless optimization for engagement has two profound and often damaging side effects: the creation of filter bubbles and the descent into rabbit holes. A filter bubble, a term coined by internet activist Eli Pariser, is your own personal, unique universe of information that's been algorithmically curated just for you. It's a state of intellectual isolation where the system constantly serves you content that aligns with your existing beliefs and preferences, effectively shielding you from opposing viewpoints. The algorithm sees you like videos about a certain political party, so it shows you more of the same. Over time, this creates a transparent bubble around you, preventing you from seeing other perspectives and giving you the false impression that your worldview is the dominant one. While you might choose to enter an echo chamber by following people you agree with, the filter bubble is different. It's built around you without your explicit consent. Now, there's a nuanced debate here. Some recent academic studies conducted in short-term, controlled environments have found that the immediate polarizing effects of filter bubbles can be limited. Some even suggest that social media can, at times, increase our exposure to diverse information we wouldn't otherwise see. This might seem contradictory to our lived experience, where these bubbles feel incredibly real. The danger may not be that the algorithm will drastically change your opinion overnight. Instead, it's a slow, subtle erosion of what's called epistemic humility, the ability to recognize that your perspective isn't the only valid one. By constantly showing you a world that reflects your views, the algorithm makes it harder to engage in constructive dialogue, making us all more vulnerable to polarization over the long run. If filter bubbles are about reinforcing what you already believe, rabbit holes are about pushing you toward extremes. A rabbit hole is an algorithmic pathway where you're guided down a stream of increasingly niche or radical content. This happens because extreme content, conspiracy theories, outrageous claims, and divisive political commentary is often incredibly engaging. It generates strong emotional reactions, which means more clicks, longer watch times, and more shares, all the signals the algorithm is designed to maximize. The examples are chilling. Researchers have documented how YouTube's algorithm has pushed users toward right-wing radicalization. In a tragic case, a British teenager named Molly Russell was algorithmically fed a stream of self-harm and suicide-related content on Instagram and Pinterest before taking her own life. One study even found an algorithmic rabbit hole on YouTube that led to a network of channels featuring sexually suggestive videos of minors. This reveals a fundamental asymmetry. The algorithmic pull is almost always away from the center and toward the fringes, because the fringes are where engagement is often highest. There is no extremely moderate content. This creates a systemic bias in our information ecosystem that constantly pulls at the fabric of a shared reality. At the heart of both filter bubbles and rabbit holes is a powerful psychological bias: confirmation bias. This is our natural human tendency to seek out, interpret, and remember information that confirms our pre-existing beliefs. Recommendation algorithms are the perfect engine for exploiting this bias. It's a vicious cycle. You show a slight interest in a topic. The algorithm feeds you content that confirms your viewpoint. This reinforcement strengthens your belief, and you engage more, which tells the algorithm to feed you even more of the same. The system isn't just passively reflecting your bias, it's actively constructing your reality around it, creating an identity reinforcement loop that can define who you are, not just what you think. 3. Reclaiming power. 3 strategies to survive the algorithm. The situation might sound bleak, but the most important thing to remember is that you are not powerless. Because these systems are built on your data, you can influence them. It's about shifting from being a passive consumer to an active, conscious user. Here are 3 concrete strategies to reclaim your power. The first strategy is the data reset. This is about giving the algorithm a clean slate. On YouTube, you can go into your Google activity settings and clear your watch and search history. This forces the algorithm to relearn your preferences from scratch, rather than building on months or years of old data. On TikTok, there's a specific feature in the content preferences settings called Refresh Your For You feed, which does exactly what it sounds like. It resets the feed to show you a new set of popular videos, allowing you to retrain it. For Netflix, you can go into your viewing activity and manually remove titles that are skewing your recommendations, or for a total reset, create a brand new profile. Spotify is the trickiest. Currently, the only way to truly reset its algorithm is to close your account and create a new one, though you can ask customer support to help transfer your playlists. Performing a data reset is a direct act of exercising control over your digital footprint. The second strategy is to diversify your feed. A reset is a great start, but to truly pop the filter bubble, you have to actively train the algorithm to show you a more diverse world. This means intentionally seeking out content that challenges you. Make it a habit to search for topics, creators, and news sources from outside your usual sphere of interest. Follow a few accounts or publications that you know you disagree with. Don't just watch videos, read articles, listen to podcasts, and explore different formats to get a more well-rounded view on a subject. This is an act of gaining intimate knowledge, not just of the platform's mechanics, but of the wider world of ideas it might be hiding from you. You are consciously curating a more complex and nuanced information diet. The third and most powerful strategy is conscious consumption. This is a behavioral shift from mindless, passive scrolling to mindful, active engagement. Before you open an app, take a second to set an intention. Ask yourself, what am I here for? And how do I want to feel when I'm done with this session? Use your phone's built-in timers to set limits on open-ended scrolling, which can prevent you from falling into a trance-like state. Most importantly, pay attention to your body. As you scroll, notice how different types of content make you feel. Does this video make you feel anxious, angry, or inspired? Use that feedback to curate your feed for your well-being. Unfollow or mute accounts that consistently make you feel bad. This is an act of investing yourself, your precious time and attention, with purpose. These three strategies are more than just tech tips. They are pathways to reclaiming what researchers call psychological ownership over your digital identity. This is the feeling that something is truly yours and a part of you. It's fostered through control, knowledge, and self-investment. By resetting your data, you exercise control. By diversifying your feed, you gain knowledge. And by consuming consciously, you invest yourself with intent. This is how you stop letting the algorithm define you and start defining yourself. 4. The future, a human versus machine tug-of-war. So where do we go from here? We are at a crossroads in our relationship with technology. The very same algorithms that create these problems are not inherently evil. They are simply tools optimized for a flawed metric. This raises a critical question for our society. Can we build better algorithms? Can we design systems that serve human well-being, not just engagement time? The conversation around ethical algorithms is growing, built on principles like fairness, transparency, and accountability. We, as users, should demand this. We should demand to know why we are being shown certain content, to understand the black box that shapes our reality. Imagine a different kind of digital butler. Instead of one who just wants to keep you at the party, imagine one who wants you to leave the party a better person. An algorithm that optimizes for learning, occasionally recommending content that challenges your worldview. An algorithm that optimizes for well-being, detecting when you're in a negative emotional loop and gently suggesting you take a break. An algorithm that optimizes for serendipity, intentionally breaking your filter bubble to introduce you to something wonderful and unexpected, just because. This future is possible, but platforms won't build it on their own as long as their current models are so profitable. The change begins with us. Every time you consciously choose to watch a documentary instead of an outrage video, every time you reset your history, every time you seek out a different perspective, you are sending a signal. You are casting a vote. You are providing the training data that will shape the next generation of these systems. The algorithm isn't a fixed enemy to be defeated. It's a dynamic system that we can influence. The future of information, truth, and our digital sanity depends on us evolving from passive users into informed, demanding, and conscious architects of our digital world. Conclusion. The recommendation algorithm isn't an enemy to be feared, but it is a powerful tool that we need to understand to master. It's a reflection, not just of our clicks, but of the business models that power the internet. By understanding its mechanics, we can move from being manipulated by the machine to making it work for us. True change starts with individual awareness and conscious choices. That's how we pop the filter bubble, avoid the rabbit holes, and build a healthier digital life for ourselves and everyone. So, what are your thoughts on recommendation algorithms? Do you feel like you've been in a filter bubble? Share your experiences in the comments below. We want to hear from you. And if you're ready to learn more about the tech that shapes your world, don't forget to subscribe to GENSHIFT for more mind-blowing insights.